Hey everyone, I'm Curtis. Welcome back to IndoChef. Today we're making pizza. We're continuing the duck theme. We have some extra ingredients. We're gonna make the pizza from scratch and we're gonna cook it in a cast iron pan. Let's go. Let's start the crust by getting some sugar, about 2 teaspoons. Dissolve that in 2 cups of warm water, not too hot, otherwise it will kill the yeast. Give that a good aggressive stir. You want to get that nice and dissolved. Before the pandemic, I bought a giant yeast at Costco. I think it's the Red Star brand. So go ahead and pour that in. Give it a light stir. You want it to still be kind of chunky. Let it froth and bubble up for about 10 minutes. The secret weapon is a food processor. I love this one. It's Cuisinart 1000 watt. It just hammers through dough. So we're adding 4 cups of flour to this thing. For a little extra flavor, I have Italian seasoning and some garlic powder. There's just no name from Superstore. Anything will do. So sprinkle that in. Then we're going to find some fine salt. This is just sea salt, about a teaspoon or a teaspoon and a half. Just salt it to your liking. Just make sure to give it a stir so the salt doesn't kill the yeast as it goes in. Go ahead and dump the entire container of your yeast mixture in there. Scrape the sides, get all that stuff in there. Next we're going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, about 3 tablespoons. Go ahead and snap on the lid, make sure it's tight. Use the pulse function with little breaks to make sure things settle down from the sides, otherwise it's going to be one giant blob. It's ready once most of the stuff is cleaned off the sides of the bowl. Grab some cooking spray, spray in a new bowl, and form your dough into a big ball. Just loosely drop it in, give it a little pat to tuck it in goodnight, and wrap that up with some plastic wrap. Let that sit for an hour, don't poke at it. Let's get those toppings ready now. Roll an orange on your cutting board because they're fancy like that. Then grate off some of the zest, but don't go too deep or it'll get really bitter. Slice off some of the pith because that's more bitter taste, you don't want that. And then cut in between each segment. Here's a list of all the other toppings. Ham, pineapple, corn, mushrooms, onions, basil, and some beautiful duck meat that we had set aside from the freezer. Thawed out, of course. Go ahead and take out that dough now. It's been an hour. Divide that up into 3 even pieces. So this is going to make 3 pizzas altogether. Work that dough a little bit on the surface. Make each one into a little ball and set them aside. In the pan I'm using grapeseed oil because of its high smoke point. You want this to be able to take a lot of heat. Add some cornmeal to the pan. Doesn't matter which brand. This helps it from sticking to the pan and this gives a nice taste as well. Let's roll out that dough. So grab a rolling pin, make sure it's floured so nothing sticks. We're going to go extra thin. Poke it with your fingers, add some dimples, and then lay this into your pan. It's going to be uneven, but just roll the ends over for the crust. So spin your pan around, fold it over, stretch it out as you need to. We're going to get more of the grapeseed oil with the brush this time, and brush the crust all over, all around. You want to get nice and crispy and get a nice color on it. Repeat this for each pizza in each pan. So I'll admit, I cheated on the sauce. Get some tomato paste and pick any pasta sauce and just mix them together. So let's start building the toppings. We have some mozzarella cheese, put that all over. And with the other toppings, go fairly light on them and make sure they're well drained because you don't want a watery pizza. If the toppings are watery, your crust will be watery, and nobody wants that. The idea for this pizza came from Princess Cruises. They had their poolside pizzeria and they had a duck pizza. Duck and orange pizza is what it was. So I decided, let's try that out. Bit of word of caution with the orange zest. It does overpower it, so go fairly light on it. What's fun about pizza is you can literally put anything on it. Some things might seem weird, like orange and duck on pizza. As this channel goes on, you'll see that I'm not a traditionalist and don't go for the purest form of recipes. I like to try new things. So get weird, put whatever you want on your pizza. We ended up finding some goat cheese in our fridge, so I figured, hey, why not? We have it, let's use it. The next step here is putting the pans on the stove on a medium-low heat. You want to get this just a nice light brown on the bottom. Make sure you constantly check it. You don't want to go too dark. In your oven, set your rack to the second from the highest. And bake these off for 12 minutes at 400 Fahrenheit.
Gustoso. Il sapore del formaggio è paradisiaco. Croccante. La pizza mi dà impulsi naturali. Non essere un pervertito. Questa non è una torta americana, ma è così brillante. C'è un posto speciale all'inferno per i matti come te. Ottimo. Questo è un amore che non può mai essere. Addio.
I hope you liked this video. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me make. Would you like more Asian food? Would you like more world cuisine? Let me know, and don't forget to please like and subscribe to my channel.